What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to take a look at the markets. Obviously, the pre-markets are about to open, so I wanted to put this stream out. I didn't get to do the live yesterday. I will be starting that next week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Obviously, the long weekend kind of screws stuff up. So anyways, I decided to do a live today on pre-market. As you can see, the pre-markets are up. Will they continue? How high can they go? Or does it get rejected here? We're going to take a look at that. Remember, 10 a.m. in the traditional markets is very important. It's usually a market reversal. So if we have a pump until then, it may reverse around 10 o'clock. So just be aware of that. I know everyone's getting extremely bullish today, but if we take a look at the big picture, nothing's any different than what's been happening. It's a very small pump. It could go higher. We'll take a look at where it could go for Bitcoin. Don't forget, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to get daily updates, and make sure your notification bells are ticked so when I do live streams, you get notified. Also, scroll down under the video and smash that thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. I know a lot of people forget to do it, so that's why I stress in the beginning, make sure you smash that thumbs up and leave your comments down below if you're watching this video after the stream. Also, share the video, get it out there. Let's take a look at what's going on. All right, so as you guys know, I'm looking at the Amazon to Bitcoin comparison chart, and right here was June. As you guys know, all of these tops and bottoms line up almost perfectly, even to the date. And right now, this is where June was. It was coming back up right into here. So the highest I see this going is about that 37 to 40,000 range, if it can continue up. And we'll take a look at the smaller time frames here in a few. Remember DXY got our bounce at our target. Will this continue up, or will it keep getting rejected by the 8 EMA? Remember, a break of this 101, then Bitcoin's probably going to pump. A break of this 102 to the upside, Bitcoin is most likely going to dump. Again, 10 a.m. is the area you want to watch today for the markets. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones. So the Dow, we hit our target that we made back here from the break of this rising wedge. We hit our target, went a little below. Our target was 30,796. Hit 30,630. Pretty damn close. We made that target way back here when this broke back in January. So we talked about, now if the market continues to the upside, let's take a look at how high I would see the Dow going if it continued to the upside in the next couple weeks. Would be that 34.6 range. If it breaks up past that, back inside this, then we may get one more leg up. But if not, if we break down and come down below this 30,700 range and make that resistance, we could be looking at something like this. I've showed you guys this over and over. It is playing out very close, very similar. This is a pattern from, this is the Great Depression on the right. You can see it had a huge drop. That would put the Dow Jones down below 8,000 if that was to happen. A lot of people say it's impossible. Nothing's impossible in any market. Anyone that's telling you anything is guaranteed is full of crap. There's nobody knows what's going to happen. We can analyze the markets and find out what we think is going to happen. That's what this channel's for. This is not a channel to tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to long, or when to short. It's a channel to help you understand markets. Let's take a look at Bitcoin on the weekly. So our weekly resistance is around 35 to 36,000, depending on if, when, and where we come up and retest this channel that we broke out of. As you guys know, I'm looking for one more touch to the bottom of this wedge, which could be pretty deep. I know a lot of people think there's no way Bitcoin will go below 20,000. I know there's a lot of people saying never below 12,000. It could go much lower than that. Before we get into the smaller time frames, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. Links down below. I also have a tutorial on my YouTube page. Definitely check that out. If you're interested in trading, you can start in the contest section right here. It's totally free. Great way to learn the platform. And you can use my promo codes once you start trading. Savvy50 will get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. All right, let's take a look at the daily. So the daily, we're going to zoom in here a little bit, but I want to look at the big market structure. Have the markets opened? Yes, they have. Let's take a look at the Dow real quick. All right, so the Dow is continuing to try to pump. Like I said, remember to watch the 10 o'clock for a reversal. As you can see here, we go from this high to this high. We've made higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. That is hidden bearish divergence. The trend is down, and that is a continuation of the trend. But we can still continue all the way up to, like I said, this 34.6. And then we would have to look at this high here. So if that was the case and we got all the way up here, that would still be a lower low right here, right? Let's put that down here. And that would put the RSI way up in this area up here. So that would be hidden bearish divergence. And that would actually, yeah, hidden bearish divergence right there in the longer term. So just something to be aware of. Be careful. Like I said, let's see what happens around 10 o'clock. So on the daily, as you guys know, we've been looking at this as 5 waves down, which is not a correction. A correction is 3 waves up. We got that right here. We were looking for this all the way back then. I didn't think it would go that high, but then again, everybody else thought you were seeing 100,000. I never thought we were going to see 100,000. I even said I would delete my accounts if we seen 100,000 in 2021. I say the same thing in 2022. But anyways, if we look here at the break of this wedge, we still have not hit our target. Our target is around 24.3. I still believe we are headed down to that range. Also, we can take a look at from when we broke the trend up here. If we look at this as a flagpole, this is a bear flag, which everyone said it wasn't, and then it broke down. Of course, it was a bear flag. I've not changed my opinions or my views on this market at any point. So this gets us down to that 6,800. So if you guys are familiar with my Bitcoin to Amazon chart, which I don't know where it's at here. Where is it? Right here. That shows if it plays out like this, that will be middle to end of 2023 when it bottoms. Could go as low as 37. Now, it does not have to go down to 6,800. It does not have to go down to 3,700. This is just a possibility. If you want the real bullish view, just watch any other channel because everybody's extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Just like everybody was extremely bullish back here in the Great Depression. There were people jumping out of windows and everything else all the way down in that. So anyways, we do have, let's zoom in on the daily here. We do have some higher targets. We talked about them yesterday. So we were looking at this as a falling wedge, and that would get us up to about 33,000. We also have the 55 EMA around the 34.2 range. But if it was to pump heavy, 40,000 is a possibility. 39 to 40,000 all the way up here if the markets pump. But keep in mind, we do have hidden bearish divergence right here from this high to this high. But again, that can still pump up higher and we just get a bigger divergence. So be aware of that. There's really no trades right this minute. We'll look into the smaller time frames and see if we find anything. But the measured move of that gets us up to about 33,000 if we get up that high. I also showed you guys yesterday. Let me zoom in here. This could just be an ABC correction. And if that was the case, we would pull our fibs, take your fib out. You go from the bottom of this low to the top of this would be A up to this top. And then we go down to here, which would be B. And that gets us up to the 1-to-1 extension matches up with that 55 EMA, which would be around 34.1. So that would be somewhere to look for a rejection. Now the C wave can also go up to 35.77, which would match our weekly resistance. So keep that in mind here. I know, like I said, a lot of people are getting extremely bullish, but let's take a look at the 4-hour. So we talked about this yesterday on the 4-hour. As you guys know, we shorted up here 48. I've closed some shorts on the way down. I still have some of them shorts open. I've actually been adding to them. But that's why I say it's nowhere for you guys to trade. If you missed the major move, don't FOMO into, you know, all the hype about Bitcoin has bottomed. Let me show you something. Bitcoin has bottomed. You hear everybody saying that, right? Well, let's go back over here. Right here, Bitcoin hit its bottom. It's going to 100K. Right here, Bitcoin hit its bottom. This was 42,000. It's going to 100K. Bitcoin will never break 40,000. It broke 40,000. Bitcoin will never break 30,000. It broke 30,000. Guys, this is how bear markets work. They get pumps so they can sell higher. That's what they are. And they get people to FOMO in so they create liquidity to get out all the way down. That is what I think is happening here. You guys make up your own mind. I'll be getting into live chat. We'll go over some other stocks and stuff too in a minute, but I do want to go over this. So if this is a bear flag here, where does that get us? Right around that 34.3 also, or 34, 35,000. Come up and touch the top of this. If this is an ABC correction, that would make this wave 1, wave 2 up here, this whole thing being a wave 3, this being a wave 4, and then we have 5 down. That would go along with possibly not getting down to them lower lows, but we'll keep up on that in this channel. Also, I want to show you the hidden bearish divergence here, but again, we could make a new high before continuing down. But this is looking, if you look here, look how far the price moved, not very far. Look how far the RSI moved. That's the RSI resetting. The RSI made a huge move up. Price did not. Looks like it's just a RSI reset to me. Get this out of the way and take a look at some more targets. So what I'd be looking for, if this is going to continue up and we do have a dump, come down, retest this. So let's say a break below 29.3 area. Or, you know, depending on when it would hit this top line, but a break below this line and then getting rejected will be confirmation of more downside, would be a good place to put in a short. But again, right now we could still go higher. It all depends on what the traditional markets decide to do here. We do have some hidden bullish divergence right here. We are in a small uptrend in the 4-hour. So there is possibility of going higher and still making a lower low on the RSI. Even if we get to that 33, the RSI would be a lower low or a lower high, and we would have a higher high in the price action. So that could be the reversal point. Another thing I want to point out is, oh yeah, let's go into the daily again. Let me show you this. So back here in the daily, we were looking at this as a hidden bearish divergence right here. Let me make that white. We had lower highs in the price action. We had higher highs in the RSI. We were pointing that out, and you guys know what happened after that. We continued lower. Same thing here. We're making, if we go from this point to this point, we're making lower highs in the price action, higher highs in the RSI, hidden bearish divergence. Let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum did it back here. We got hidden bearish divergence and then continued down. Right now, Ethereum is making hidden bearish divergence again. Could still go up a little bit higher and still be making hidden bearish divergence on the daily. As you guys know, my next targets for Ethereum are 1564. If that breaks, we could go as low as 600-700. Now remember, if we are in a long-term bear market, which I believe we are, then 2023, middle or end of 2023, these will be hit. It could be much lower than that. This takes time. That's what people lose a lot of money in the markets, because they don't understand. They think that all these moves are going to happen in a day. These all take time. If you go back to, let's look at the daily chart on Bitcoin and go all the way back here to 2018. You see all these pumps? All these pumps got everyone bullish again, everybody. And then we still had, I don't think we had that capitulation. I think that capitulation is going to get us under 10,000. Just like back here, all these pumps, this was the high. All these pumps never got to that high again, got everybody bullish. They just kept sucking money out of everyone. Even this big pump here before the 2020 crash, boom. It's the same thing over and over. And we're pretty much starting that here, in my opinion. Same thing. We'll get rallies, get everybody bullish. This takes years to play out, guys. Like I said, I think we have a good year, possibly a little longer left of this bear market, in my opinion. That doesn't mean we can't get pumps and go a little bit higher or whatever. So anyways, let's take a look at Litecoin. Same thing. You can see the hidden bearish divergence here, hidden bearish divergence here, more downside. And now what are we doing? We're making more hidden bearish divergence here and here. My target for Litecoin has not changed this whole time since we broke over here. My target's been around 24. Now again, if we go into a longer term bear market, like I think we are, it could go much, much lower. We've talked about the Amazon to Bitcoin comparison chart. Everybody says you can't compare it. Yes, you can. Reason being, it was an overhyped market with a lot of scams. This washed out all the scams. Now, people say I hate Bitcoin. I don't hate Bitcoin. I'm actually more bullish on Bitcoin than anybody else. If we know what happened in Amazon back here after all the scams got washed out, which needs to happen in Bitcoin, I made a video on December 2nd talking about this, the very first one to even bring this up. Now all kinds of people are talking about it. I like to call it the Bitcoin bubble. Pretty catchy, I think. Most people hate it, but I love it. Anyways, so if this was to happen, I talked about it back then. If we look at what happened to Amazon, after that, it took 10 years to break that high. Does Bitcoin have to take 10 years? No, but chances are it's going to take a while because there's going to be a lot of confidence lost in the market. But you can see what happened to Amazon after that. It just skyrocketed. We could definitely see the same thing in Bitcoin. If that was the case, maybe we'll see that $1 million Bitcoin in the next 20 years. But are we going to see 100,000 in the next 5 years? I highly doubt it. But if we break this 48K, then this whole comparison is invalidated. But unless we break that 48K, I don't see it happening. So anyways, that's my view on it. So if we shrunk this down, let's shrink this way down like we did that. And we'll shrink. Let me get that big arrow out of the way. The June arrow. So if we break it all down just like that, could we see something like this? And let's kind of take a rough estimate of what that would be for a top. Right? So we bring it down here. Let me get that volume off of there. Go. I'm going to take the volume off of here also. Shrink it down to the same size. Something like this. So that could put Bitcoin at $1 million easy in the next 20, 30 years, something like that. So again, I'm not a hater of Bitcoin. I'm just looking at the markets from a analysis perspective. And so far, this analysis seems to be playing out pretty damn good. And we've talked about it over and over and over again. Let me put this back to where it was. But the similarities, you can't deny the similarities. So anybody saying that this can't happen, probably the same type of people that were saying it couldn't happen back in the .com bubble. That's just how markets work. Market psychology is huge, guys. Let's take a look at gold. Gold is trying to get back within this channel. If we get rejected here and come down, that pretty much lets us know that Bitcoin is going to continue down too. You guys know my gold target's around 1561. Could get much worse if we are in a major bear market. Gold and silver always crash with the market. Back test it. Look back at 2008. And you'll see. I've showed it a million times on this channel. I'm not going to go over it. Silver's getting a nice little pump, getting rejected. 21 EMA right now. Like I said, a break at 20 on silver. I'm looking for about the 1550 range. Oil's still getting a little pump. If we can break this high, then oil could go much, much higher. And I'm talking about as high as 237. That will make gas prices absolutely ridiculous. Let's take a look Let's do this too. Yeah, that's what that was. So could go as high as that. Now let's go over. I'm going to see what you guys are up to, and we're going to talk a little bit about other coins and whatever you guys want to check out. All the moon boys to the crypto banter channel here only for real analysis. Right on. Tom Crown, what's up? If that's the real Tom Crown, what's happening? Smash the likes, guys. Yeah, don't forget, smash the likes. We'll go over some other, another thing I'm going to point out real quick. Everybody's hero, Sailor. I've talked about it since he bought in. I never bought his hype crap. If we look at MicroStrategy, where is it at? MicroStrategy right here. He did the same crap in the .com bubble. I'm going to just show this chart real quick. This is, let me get this off here. This was MicroStrategy in the .com bubble. He was paying for commercials on the Super Bowl, things like that. I don't know what exactly, if he, you know, dumped his own stocks and that's where he makes the money, but he's doing the same thing here in the Bitcoin bubble. This was the .com bubble. This is the Bitcoin bubble. So anyways, all right, let's look at some other stocks, or I'll just pick random ones that you guys say in here. We can look at other stocks or other cryptos. So let me know what you want to look at. Put the ticker down there and we'll take a look, see what's going on. Put your tickers in the comments section. Hi, Craig. Can traditional markets have another leg up when the Fed pivots and crypto still has a bear market until 2023? Or do you think both are linked? Both are linked, I think, in my opinion. So Hex, I've been hearing so much about Hex. Oh my gosh, people want to believe these scams so bad. All right, let's take a look at Hex. We're going to look at it on Uniswap with USDC. Hex, just another scam dying. Sell signal on the weekly 2 weeks ago. Still continuing down. Has a lot further to go. Let's do this on Hex. We'll just look at this. Say it's a big, huge ABC, right? Top, bottom, ABC. Where would the 1-to-1 be? It would be dead. Let's go into the smaller time frames and take a look at it. We'll go into the 4 hour. 4 hour is my favorite. I think you get the best view of everything in the 4 hour. Let's see. Let me get this off of there. Obviously, we've done quite a bit of technical analysis on this already. So far, has played out. Yeah, there's a lot further down to go with Hex. Here, I'm just going to do this simply. This is where, dang it, this on here. There it is. So this is best case for Hex, in my opinion. Let's move it over here now. For target there. Penny and a half. Hello, Savvy. Which people are pumping the BTC price? Literally every channel out there that's saying this was the bottom, just like they said it was the bottom at 55,000, said it was the bottom at 50, said it was the bottom at 45, said it was the bottom at 40, said it was the bottom at 35, said it was the bottom at 30. I think we have much lower to go, guys. I like to see Algorand, see your point of view on how much lower it can go. All right, I'll look at Algorand. I just want to remind you guys, all these coins are scams, in my opinion. What is Algorand? I'm not saying don't trade them. Trade them. You can make a lot of money trading them, but if you think they are going to be the next big thing, I think you're mistaken badly. All right. Let's look at it on right here. Nothing bullish there, man. And actually, let's do this. Let's just put a simple, this is the 4 hour, remember. Just put a simple triangle in here that broke right here, here, and Algorand's target for me approximately done. Try to get on here. Let's see. Right here is at least, I think we at least go test this low for Algorand. But again, if we're in the traditional bear markets, all these coins depend on Bitcoin. Bitcoin depends on the traditional markets, and all these other coins depend on Bitcoin. 53 is major support. If that breaks, it's over. SOL. That was the hype scam of last year. Let's check it out. Well, there you go. This was our old analysis from a long time ago. This was where I said to look for support, and we are hanging around that right now. It looks like it is dying to me. But yeah, that was our target from falling out of this rising wedge. Hit pretty damn good. Still looking at the same. If this becomes resistance, look for much, much lower. And we can just simply go like this. Like this, actually. And go from here up, bring it down. So now we start to look at the bottom of this wedge, depending on if, when, and where it hits. And if that breaks, we will have a next target of $20, which would be back to the lows. Savvy, if the stock market bottoms out at the end of 2022, do you still see Bitcoin dropping for? I don't think the stock market's going to bottom out in 2022. Look around. I could be dead wrong. We could rally up this. I told you guys we could be just right here, right? Right here, and have one more big leg up. It is a possibility. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, but it's possible. How's the Dow doing? It looks like it got the 10 o'clock. Well, 10 o'clock's almost here, so let's see what happens. Look at the DXY. DXY is pumping good again. It keeps getting rejected at this ADMA, but remember, watch for the DXY. A clean break of this 102, let's just say 102.50. The DXY has much further up to go. If you guys watch my channel, you'll know on the monthly, if we look at the monthly chart on the DXY, I was bullish on the dollar all the way here back in 20, and everybody called me crazy because everybody thinks the fake inflation, blah, blah, blah. But if we look at the big picture, this was a big, huge wedge that we broke out of right here. My target for the DXY in the next, who knows, 10 years, 172. It's definitely a possibility. It won't go straight up. It'll take a very long time, but we break up here and our target's around 118, 120. Go test these again, may bounce around in here for a few years and then continue up. But all in all these markets are pointing to the same thing, guys. This and this. I truly think this is what we're looking at. Bear markets would not work if people didn't stay bullish on every little bounce. BNB. All right, let's take a look at BNB. I've stated that I think BNB's low is going to be around $69. But let's take a look at what's going on with it. Oh, dang it. I didn't want to do that. Screwed up my Amazon chart, dang it. All right, I'm going to check out BNB here in a second. Let me get this line back up. All right, let me check out. I got to go back to my shitcoin. So BNB, we'll look at it on finance. Well, here is, obviously I've done the 4 hour on it before. And let's go into the daily on here. Yeah, that's what I did it on the daily. We talked about if this broke, look for the downside. That's what we're getting. And around $41 is where I see it. 41 to $70 is where I look for BNB to hit. Let's see. CTRA. What's CTRA? Stocks. That's what we're looking at. I have Katera Energy. Interesting. Let's take a look here. What's going on? So this is on the daily, and I'm going to look at it like this. I don't, let's see. Again, this is on the daily. So this could take a long time, but this looks like it could cruise. I don't know what it is, but I get a target right back to the old high. Let me put that in there. Let's go right here. Like I said, guys, we're going to start, especially when Bitcoin gets really boring, which I think it will after it bottoms. I think it'll have a long, slow, boring time for maybe a few years. But I'll be getting into stocks more because that's what I'm going to be switching over to trading. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. But around $41, I see it testing this old high again. Very good possibility. Yeah, pretty good possibility there, guys. What else we got? Litecoin, never heard of it. Look at it here, I guess. That right there should have told you to stay the hell away forever. Look at that daily. That's ridiculous. It's just another dying shitcoin. We got hidden bearish divergence on the daily here. We got higher highs, lower highs. Let's just do it simply like this. Put that in there. You know what? I'll do it like this. These are just quick analysis, but you know, hopefully you guys get something out of it. Let's just do it like this. This will give us a pretty good target, I believe. There is our 12 cents. Cardano. Excuse me, guys. I've looked at Cardano. I don't know which chart I used. That wasn't it. Look at it on, oh, right here. I told you guys over here at this hidden bearish divergence to look for much more downside, which we got. My target still remains the same down here around that 18 cents, possibly much lower than that. But yeah, my target hasn't changed on there. OMI. Let's do OMI. Same thing, guys. All these altcoin charts look the same. They look to have been ready for more downside. This could go, I'd watch how this daily closes. It could go as high as 30 or 335 before getting rejected. But either way, I see a rejection there. Let's do this. Let me put a channel in here. So this would be like this, skinnier. There we go. All right, so put that up. Could get us as high as 445. If we get a pump in Bitcoin. Otherwise, I think it's pretty much down from here. Then I would expect more downside. And I would expect to break these lows. But again, let's do this. Let's make that the top. This down here. Get it this way once. This is best case scenario. Best case scenario is coming up to at $5, which would be the 200 EMA. And then I would see most likely much more downside. I don't believe in any of these hype coins. We already have major hidden bearish divergence there. I think it might be done here, guys. Put another target down here to retest the bottom of this. These altcoins look horrible. There's no way to look at this. Nasdaq on TradingView. All right, let's check out Nasdaq. And thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Nasdaq is making quite a bit of bearish divergence. Now, this is the daily chart, so let's take a look at what's going on here. Put a trend line across here. So I look for it to get rejected here. If we get up to that point, around 13,000, look for a rejection, possibly more downside there. If it gets back above this, if it gets back above that 13,000, I see it going as high as maybe 14,000, depending on how long it takes to get there. Let's go into the 4 hour though. 4 hour is making hidden bearish divergence from here to here. Markets are extremely wonky. But it could get up back into this area. Right now we're in the center here. So look for a rejection between 13.7 and 14 if it's even able to get up there. Again, all this depends on the Dow. The Dow runs the market. Bitcoin depends on the Dow and altcoins depend on Bitcoin. Yes, I still have some of those shorts in D Godfather, and I've actually added some more shorts down here to my position. It's literally impossible for me to lose money on trade. I've already taken out way more than I put in to start the trade on the way down. So that's why I like laddering. Everdome. I don't even know what the hell Everdome is, but okay. Everdome. Everdome looks ever doomed. It's been around for just a couple days. It already dumped on everybody that bought it. Yeah, not good. GST one day. All right. GST. Are you talking about the coin? Get one day. Wow. I wouldn't want anything to do with this. Let's look at the 4 hour. Ooh. That's called a rug pull, guys. Bullish divergence. I wouldn't count on no bullish divergence there, honestly, at all. XRP, we went over that a little bit ago. Nothing has changed in my XRP chart at all. I'm still looking for that 28 range. If that breaks 17, and if we are in a longer term bear market, could go much, much, much lower. Right here is our resistance for XRP. If we could even get up that far, is around 56. EA on Volt, INU. All right. Thank you for the super chat, Dallas. Appreciate it. Volt. What is Volt? Talking about a crypto? What is Volt, Dallas? There's a lot coming up for that, so I'll wait for your response since you did give me a super chat. Much appreciated. Excited for you to do more analysis on regular stocks. Yeah, I'll be digging in a lot deeper, like I said, on Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon. I'll do my morning updates live, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to do a regular stocks, and we'll go over some other charts live. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Dallas, I'm waiting on you, man. Coin live trading. What do you think? XY Euro. I'm waiting on Dallas to see what. I guess I could. Oh, he said Volt on Uni. Okay, I get it now. Volt. Wrapped Ether. What am I supposed to look at it on, though? Look at it on the DAI stablecoin? See what pair. I guess I could go. What the hell is that? I don't think that's what I was supposed to be looking at. Here. Volt. No idea what I'm supposed to look at. I look at it and wrapped Ethereum. Is that what you're looking at it on? Yeah, I don't know what you want to look at Volt on. Sorry, man. Right on, Jova. Appreciate that, man. On Dex Tool. Oh, I don't have. You mean Dex Tool, like a trading view? I don't have Dex Tool up, but I guess I can put that up for you. I tell you what, email me, Dallas, and I will look that chart up later for you and actually give you a detailed chart analysis on it. Send it over to you in email. Polygon, edit. Let's look at it. Looks the same as all the other ones. Looks to be in major trouble. Looks exactly like Bitcoin, just smaller. So here's on the 4 hour. That's Polygon's resistance around 80. And then if it comes back down here, you know, it could be bullish. But otherwise, obviously, I see more downside. Simple as put it over here. Continue on DEX tool. Yeah, I don't have DEX tool on here, so sorry about that, brother. Yep. It's not on TradingView. I can't pull it up quick right now. I don't trade altcoins like that on funky exchanges. That's why I don't have like DEX tool on here. Already looked at ADA Wickus. You can go back and find it in there. But I said BTC starting to drop. Sure looks like it. Let's look at the Dow Jones. Dow Jones is testing that support again, 32.9. If it loses that, which it is the center of this falling channel, 10 o'clock reversal looked like it happened. Let's put it on the daily and see when this started happening right here. Or I'm not sorry, the 1 hour. Yep, 10 o'clock, man. Beautiful. DXY, let's go into the daily or let's go into the 4 hour and see how the DXY is doing. Ooh, DXY is getting a nice pump. It's testing that 102. Remember, if that 102 breaks, guys, we have a lot of downside to go. Ricardo, my pleasure, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all your guys' support. Make sure you guys share the videos out there. If you don't do that, please do. And make sure you smash that thumbs up down below. That really helps the channel out tremendously. I just want to show you guys this DXY. This was how we got that target. Looking at this rising channel here, we looked at the Litecoin can get another pump. Otherwise, we break up past this and get support. The DXY is on a mission. Let's look at the daily and look how the RSI looks on the daily. And guys, RSI is your friend. Daily has plenty of room to skyrocket up. We may come up and test this 105 range. Good possibility, actually. Let's bring that down a little bit. Stop hunting open and Dow moving down. Yeah, like I said, 10 o'clock it usually reverses like that. Man, the DXY is looking very strong right here. If it breaks up here, Bitcoin's probably going to drop pretty quick. Can you look at TRX? All right, TRX. TRX. Depends on how the daily closes here on TRX, but it may be topped out because it is making some regular bearish divergence here. Activision, ATVI. Nasdaq. Well, let's look at both the bearish and the bullish case on the daily here. Remember, this is the daily, but Activision, let's look at it like this. And this is shorter term, but if we break up past the 78.50 range, then this would be my target. Right about there. The and one here. I'm going to zoom out and look at it in the bigger picture too, so just hold on a minute. So if we break down past this 77 range, then my target is going to be around 72. Let's zoom out and look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this being a 1, 2. This thing could go pretty low. Let's put a let's just use the fibs on this one. Take a look at what we might see. I just want to put the fibs on here and see if this was a wave 1, 2. All right, let's put the fibs on the 2 wave, the 3 wave, the 4 wave. Could be looking, here's my targets. And obviously this is weeks and months out. We got to bounce at 43 if it went down that far. You got to bounce. This will be an ABC and then a continuation to the upside. But let's take a look here. Yeah, it's looking like we'll probably go down to at least this 72 range. But again, watch for a break of this. If charting, just put these lines in here. Watch for a break of this. That should give you a pretty accurate move, depending on if, when, and where it breaks. 83 for the high. If we break the 77.50. Wait, yes. No, if we break the 78.87, look for about 83. If we break 76.79, look for about 72. How's the Dow doing? Dow is getting crushed. It is showing some divergence, but remember, this is an index, kind of like the DXY. It's hard to use the RSI on the index. Bitcoin's coming down, guys. Charlie Crow said haven't hit the 200 EMA. It doesn't have to hit the 200 EMA, and the 200 EMA doesn't ever have to hold either. News came out at 10. Well, imagine that. Guys, these markets are a game, nothing more. You check cake. I suppose I could check cake. Are you talking about a coin cake or Cheesecake Factory? Here's the coin. Looks like every other chart, more downside to come. Ethereum, we already looked at Ethereum, bud. My Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP charts are all at least 6 months old. I think they're about 8 months old. And we've had the same targets on them all. There's Ethereum, there's Litecoin, and there's XRP. These charts have not changed in months and months and months and months. BTC taking a dump. Yes, it is. VeChain 4 hour and daily. All right, we take a look at VeChain. Why is my, oh, there it goes. B-chain. Sure, I looked at it before, but I don't know on which chart. Pretty much just ranging, but let's take a look at it. We'll take a look at the bullish and the bearish case, right? So here's the areas you're going to want to look for a break. 34. Actually, it's going to be a little bit higher than that. 35. We'll break at 35. See, this might be the same thing. An A, B, C. And we may get another high up here, but let's take a look. This is the 4 hour. Then we'll take a look at the daily. They're pretty much going to be the same on this one. Here's your targets if that breaks. If you break 35, although be careful there because you're going to have the 200 EMA on the 4 hour at about 37. So this. Put another target down here. So if you break 27, look for 21. If you break 35, look for 41. Now let's go into the daily. Look at that. If you look at the daily, that matches up with the 55 EMA if it breaks up, and if it breaks down, obviously, new low. Patterns are results of liquidations. Learn more about market making. It will make more sense on TA. I'm going to get rid of this market maker theory that people have. Market makers are not a group of people all across the world planning on where they're going to take the Bitcoin price or the market price. That's not what a market maker is. A market maker works for an exchange to keep liquidity. They don't care if it goes up or down. They just chase liquidity in the smaller time frames for the traders. That's what a market maker is. That's what a market maker does. The people that control the markets are the people that most of you have elected. That's who controls the markets. Market makers do nothing but work for the exchange. DXY is where is it? Oh damn it. This is my DXY chart. Screwed it up. Yeah, DXY is right at that resistance. Like I said, if we break above the 102, it's Bitcoin's going down. All right, anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I have been here long enough. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment if you watched the video afterwards. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel for the daily updates. And again, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will start to do afternoon live streams going over all kinds of different charts, stocks, coins, whatever.